When was the last time you helped someone or needed someone else's help? One early summer day, a little girl on a bicycle was crying on the side of the road. When a man and another girl met the crying girl, they asked why she was crying, and the girl said that she had lost her grandmother. They couldn't leave her alone. So they delayed their appointment and walked with the girl back to the direction where she came from for about 30 minutes. Eventually, they found the girl's grandmother and explained the situation about her granddaughter. She repeatedly said thank you to the man and the girl for finding and returning her granddaughter. After that, they're able to get back on their way like heroes on a TV show. Now, I'm not sure if you'll notice, in this story, the girl who helped the little girl was me and the man was my daddy. It actually happened when I was in the first grade. In fact, it was very hard when we just walked in the hot weather to find our grandmother without clear direction. After coming back home that day, I made an award certificate and gave it to my daddy. I really appreciate my dad for keeping the humble award on his desk. On that day, of course, they might be able to meet each other without my help. However, I also believe that the little kindness of my dad and myself would have greatly touched the hearts of the girl and grandmother. I'm so proud that all unsung heroes like my dad live in Gimcheon, the city where I live. I think that being happy together is to share my happiness and kindness with my neighbors. Finally, I would like to finish my speech with a question. Are you sharing your happiness and kindness with your neighbors? Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kyuju. Today I'm going to talk about my experience in Gimcheon. I would love to say thank you to Gimcheon for allowing me to stay in this amazing place. There are 3 elements I like best about Gimcheon. First, kindness. Kindness is something that we can achieve every day. I want to explain what kindness is to me. It means helping and respecting each other. It is because of kindness that Gimcheon is a great city. Second, cleanness. Gimcheon is a fairly clean city. When I turn on the TV, I see rubbish everywhere, even in our sea. Fish and turtles end up eating this trash, which leaves them dying. I am pleased to see people picking up the trash, cleaning streets, and recycling everywhere in Gimcheon. The last thing I want to talk about is manners. Manners are very important to me. It is not as easy as one thinks. Some people do things that others would consider impolite. For example, running traffic lights, speeding the car, and shouting at people are the things. It is important for us to always have manners even when we think we are alone. In conclusion, Gimcheon is the most powerful city because of these elements. Together we are a team because we are kind, we keep our city clean, and we have great manners. Thank you.
박수 한번 부탁드리겠습니다.
Have you vision a vehicle that violates the traffic rules? Unfortunately, I often see it in Gimcheon. In order to meet the intent of Happy Together Gimcheon, citizen safety must be guaranteed. Hello, my name is Choi from Nongso Elementary School. I love Gimcheon very much. I would like to talk about the importance of obeying traffic rules to make Gimcheon the happy city. First, keeping to the speed limits. You can meet with an urgent situation at any time, such as a person popping up on the road. If you drive at a safe speed, you can get out of danger even if someone else makes a mistake. Second, complying with traffic signals. Traffic signals are rules on the road. There is a saying, if you try to save 5 minutes, you can lose 50 years of your life. By complying with traffic signals, You can save other people and your own lives. Third, parking at the parking area. Illegally parked vehicles can cause danger by obstructing the view. Pedestrians cannot see approaching vehicles, and drivers cannot see pedestrians coming out. If you park at the right place and walk a little bit, danger can be avoided. It can be your family who gets hurt and dies because of traffic violations. If you obey the traffic rules, you can save your family and make Gimcheon the happy city. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi everyone, my name is Kyuminam. Do you know what day the 13th of November is? It's World Kindness Day. I'm here to share my lessons of kindness with you regarding the movement Happy Together Gimcheon. I'm going to walk you through why is kindness so important, how to be kind, and lastly, what can we actually do? So let's dive in. Firstly, why is kindness so important? A number of studies of kindness revealed kindness results in happiness. As you can see from the slogan, Happy Together Gimcheon, we need kindness to be happy together. Secondly, how can we be kind? I suggest you start with something small and attainable. According to the Oxford Dictionary, being kind is caring about others, gentle, friendly, and generous. Yes, kindness is not grandiose. With something small, you can keep using positive energy on a daily basis. Just as a puzzle can only be completed and one last missing piece is put together, now it's your turn as the one last missing piece. Lastly, what can we actually do to be kind? I suggest using friendly greetings and a smiling face. Let me explain the social change that I experienced. My family members keep saying "How are you?" with a smile when we come across neighbors. This is normal in the UK, where I lived before coming back to Korea. In contrast, our Korean neighbors were quite embarrassed when my mom inquires "How are you?" A little while ago when we just came back to Korea, nowadays they've started giving smiles back. They were no longer expressionless faces. The constant greetings with a smiling face have created a cheering atmosphere. Now, it's time to wrap up my presentation. I believe encouraging the spread of kindness is as important as preventing the spread of coronavirus. A community activist, Oli Weber, calls kindness a life vest, which keeps the world afloat. Now, it's time to throw our own life vest of kindness to others. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone, my name is Percy Yan. I'm a second grader of Yurko Elementary School. I want to tell you about the most important thing in our life. It's kindness. You may think it's nothing, but it is something that everybody needs. I'm sharing this with you because I care about my town. One day, I wish I could inspire people with love and peace like K-pop star BTS. However, I'm still too young. So, I do what I can do now. It's very simple. I always smile. When people smile at each other, they feel good. This simple and kind gesture can make someone's day. And sometimes this might even bring a huge change to our lives. For example, if I see a student looking sad every day, I will go and talk to him with a nice smile every day. This will make him smile every time he sees me. If I make his day, he will also feel like to make others' days too. Thus, I measure the movement, but it will spread to everyone in town. Now, do you see the power of smile? Then let's go and smile at other people right now. You may change the world. Thank you for listening.
Hello everyone! My name is Jang Ha-yun. I am a student at Dongbu Elementary School and I'm 9 years old. Today, I would like to tell you about a special personal experience. Last year, I wanted to visit the school library, but I didn't know exactly where it was. I saw my friend, Ha-jun, walking in the hallway, so I asked him, Ha-jun, do you know where the library is? He said, yes, I do. Follow me. He took me there and waited until I chose the book. Then I said, thank you, Ha-jun. I hope I can help you one day too. We smiled at each other. We both felt very happy. It has been a year since that happened, but I still feel warm and happy when I think about it. I also have an experience of helping a friend. I borrowed my pencil to a friend without one, kindly explained the math question to a friend who asked me, and helped a friend who was really sad because of flooding something. Both me and my friends were very happy through this experience of helping each other. My experience taught me that the greatest act of kindness is making another person happy. What is kindness to you? Try being kind to others if you haven't done it yet. I believe the world can become a better place if we continue to be kind to one another. Thank you for listening to my speech. Keep smiling, be kind, and stay healthy. Thank you. Bye.
예.
Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about 3 key topics. They are kindness, order, and cleanliness. For each of these, I'll be talking about why we need these things, how we can maintain them, and my own experience of them. The 3 topics are all part of a bigger topic, which is being a good citizen and also a decent person. The first topic is kindness. In some ways, this might be the most important topic. Some people say we should be kind to each other because we don't know what battles they are fighting. In other words, other people might be having a difficult time in life even if we don't know it. So we should be kind to each other. We should be kind to people so they feel happier. Personally, I have experienced kindness many times that I can remember, such as from friends, family members, and teachers. The second topic is order. Some examples of order are waiting in line without pushing in, being quiet in public so we don't disturb other people, and not dropping trash in the street and making a mess. In my experience, many people do not always maintain order in public, and this makes life more uncomfortable for other people. For this reason, I'll always try to be an orderly person both in public and in private. For example, I throw trash in a trash can, and I avoid being noisy in public. The third and final topic is cleanliness. In 2021, people are more aware of cleanliness than ever. The whole world has been suffering due to the COVID-19 pandemic, and this has made us think more and more about cleanliness, which is also called hygiene. Some examples of cleanliness are wearing clean clothes, washing ourselves regularly, so that we are hygienic. Another important example is washing our hands regularly, which has become more important due to COVID-19. It is easy to see that these 3 topics are closely connected to each other. For example, maintaining order is a type of kindness because it makes other people happier and avoid annoying them. And cleanliness is a type of order because being hygienic helps to maintain a peaceful and happy society. To conclude, I believe that all 3 of these topics are important for us to consider in our daily lives. Each of these makes life a little better for everyone. So let's be kind, orderly, clean every day and everything we do. Thank you for listening.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Yeon Kim. I'm in the 6th grade of Eunguk Elementary School. First of all, I'm very happy to participate in this English speech contest. I'll present about kindness, public order, and cleanliness. First, why should you be kind? I moved to Gimcheon from Seoul 3 years ago. One day, my mom and I went to a restaurant for dinner. At that time, we were offended by the unkindness of the restaurant's worker. If you're unfriendly to people who visit your city, they might feel uncomfortable and remember something bad about the city. As a result, a citizen's small action can make the image of the city better or worse. So, I think a little kindness of a citizen makes Gimcheon more attractive city. Second, why do you have to keep order? I often see some drivers speeding up or breaking traffic signal, even in the school zone. It is very dangerous. It can also hurt the children. To protect children, to be our future generation, the public order must be kept by all citizens. Third, why do you have to be clean? The air quality of Gimcheon is much better than that of Seoul. I love the fresh air here. Gimcheon is surrounded by nice mountains and a stream flowing clean water. This natural environment is called 삼산이수 in Korean. To maintain such a good environment, I'm doing a little bit of practice. It is to join a cleaning event which has been held once a month in our community. Finally, I'm sure that Gimcheon will be more friendly, orderly, and clean city in near future by our efforts. I will invite my close friends and proudly introduce the beautiful city, Gimcheon, to them. So they will remember Gimcheon as the Happy Together city. Happy Together, Gimcheon. That was my speech. Thank you for your attention.
Presently, Gimcheon is struggling to win against the war of COVID-19. To get through these hard times, all Gimcheon citizens have to have mature civic awareness. The mature civic awareness we should have is kindness, order, and cleanliness, etc. I think the most important one is kindness. At school, we watched a movie called For a Better World. The content of the movie is like so. A boy who lived in a city in the USA one day got a social studies homework. The homework was to make an idea that could change the world and take it into action. So the boy had an idea. It was to give kindness to 3 people, and they would give kindness to 3 more people. So the kindness he had given came back to him. This idea did not just end in a social studies homework, but it became a social movement. After I saw this movie, I realized that a single act of kindness has the power to change the world. How is the kindness of the city we live in? Gimcheon. At the government office? At the store? When we ride a taxi? Or when we talk to somebody that we don't know very well. It doesn't seem rude, but it does not feel very kind either. We overlook kindness, or we are familiar with this situation. The reason could be because we have not experienced kindness. So, it would be nice for us to do the same campaign as a movie and feel about kindness ourselves. This way, if we all try to be more conscious in doing kindness, we could make a much more peaceful and exemplary Gimcheon. I am sure that if I act kind to someone, it comes back to me. If I start to be kind to someone near me, it could be the start of a new community, a start of a new and better Gimcheon. Thank you.
예, 맞습니다.
Hello everyone, my name is Yarinam. I'm in the first grade of Yulgok Elementary School. I'm happy to participate in the first Happy Together Gimcheon Movement English Best Contest. My content of this contest is kindness. No one who feels kindness is bad. As you know, kindness makes everyone happy. Good morning, your smile is shine today. You always make me smile. Hello, how are you? I always say hello to my phone like this when I meet them. If you start the day by saying hello and praising each other, it'll be a pleasant day. How valuable refreshing words are. Heartwarming words are common around us. You are conscious of them, but it's time to overthink yourself. If someone asks you, "Excuse me, where is the?" you may tell him or her like this: "I can speak English," waving away. It's a common sense, isn't it? So someone of you may think is your own. But it became a validation these days because almost everyone uses a smartphone. Smartphone provides all the information you want. However, if I meet someone, or especially a foreigner who asks for help, I actively try to help him or her. It can also be a practice of being a kind Gimcheon student join Happy Together Movement. A few days ago, taking a walk with my family, I met a foreigner. I grinned and talked for a minute, and I asked with all my heart what he was curious about. He looked joyful. So I felt proud of myself. I hummed the la 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 la. On my way home, I'm happy that my small kindness makes someone smile. If the number of people who do kindness increases, Gimcheon will be a much happier city than it is now. Also, Gimcheon will be the city you want to live in. How were you yesterday? How about you today? We'll be alright. A word of kindness like this is Gimcheon's massage. I strongly believe that make life happy. Happy together Gimcheon. Happy together Gimcheon. This is the end of my English speech. Thank you for listening.
Hello, my name is Taeyang Lee, and I'm in the 4th grade at Yugo Elementary School. I'm so glad to join in the first Happy Together Gimcheon movement. I am here to talk about how important keeping traffic order is. It was 2 p.m. on the 31st of December, 2018. I remember that day vividly. It was the worst day of my life. I was on my way home from after school class during the winter vacation of my 1st grade year. I was waiting for the traffic light to turn green in front of the crosswalk. When the light turned green, I started crossing. Halfway across the crosswalk, I could suddenly see a big white car speeding towards me and boom! I was hit. I lost my mind and collapsed to the ground. I can't remember much of anything after that until I woke up in the emergency room of a hospital. My dad and homeroom teacher were looking at me. I was surprised and I couldn't say anything. Fortunately, I wasn't seriously injured. I had some scars on my face, legs, and arms. I had to see a doctor in Seoul for 2 months. Car accidents are terrible. It is essential for drivers to keep strict observance of the traffic safety rules. Please slow down, especially the school zone. Children also need to do their part. Look around carefully when crossing a crosswalk. Keeping safety rules is the duty of every citizen. It is also a very important promise to all of us. The accident I had was due to a careless driver who ignored safety rules. The driver who hurt me didn't even apologize to me and my parents. But I decided to forgive him. I hope everyone keeps the traffic safety rules. I want everyone to be safe. Isn't that love? Loving and caring will make happy together, Kim-chun. Thank you so much for listening.
Hello, my name is Jun-sung from Gimcheon Sinil Elementary School. I believe this contest is a good opportunity to reflect on Gimcheon and to participate in the Happy Together movement. Now, let me start with sharing some of my thoughts and suggestions. The first goal that I would like to emphasize is kindness. There is a stereotype that Gimcheon people are unkind and cold to the new people who come here. I believe that practicing kindness is necessary to change this preconception. To make it happen, let's greet neighbors first, treat them kindly, and be kind to people from other regions. Then, I'm sure that Gimcheon will be an attractive city where people look forward to traveling to or moving in. To contribute to this movement, I will continue to say hello first whenever I meet neighbors. Secondly, it is important to have a mature citizenship that keeps good order. If we keep the order well, everyone will feel that Gimcheon is a place of safety and fairness. A month ago, heavy rain poured down. Although it was dark and we couldn't see well through the windshield, everyone strictly kept the traffic rules well. Likewise, we should observe not only the traffic rules well, but also other basic orders such as waiting in line well. Last, I'd like to stress the importance of cleanliness. Our city is well landscaped and has a clean image. I've seen a lot of news about environmental activities from various organizations. But recently, while going up a mountain path, I saw some garbage illegally dumped. There are also a few people damaging the image of clean Gimcheon. We must keep a mature citizenship to create a clean and happy Gimcheon. In conclusion, all citizens should practice and keep in mind the three main goals mentioned above: kindness, order, and cleanliness. Then, I'm convinced that the true Happy Together Gimcheon movement will make Gimcheon a more attractive city to live in. Thank you for listening, and thank you all for making Gimcheon a great city to live in.
What is the Happy Together Gimcheon movement? Why do we need mature civic awareness? These days, I realize the importance of Happy Together movement. I think alone we can do so little. Together, we can do so much. I'm here with the hope that everyone who listens to me can practice the Happy Together movement with me. A few days ago, I heard a siren and looked out to see a fire engine and police car outside the apartment. As my heart began to beat faster, I wondered to myself, what's going on? It happened before my parents came home from work, and I felt so afraid and embarrassed to be at home alone. There was a small fire in my apartment. Fortunately, firefighters and police officers arrived early and were able to put out the fire without any casualties. And then, the janitor told the story about the fire in the air. There was a small fire in the apartment today. The cause of the fire was poor basic order. Please do not smoke in the apartment and do not stack things on the emergency stairs. The janitor emphasized mature civic awareness again and again. He also added good words at the end of his broadcast. He said, "May is the month of beautiful roses with your family. How about spreading love with a rose-like smile with your family right now?" It is amazing, a frightening apartment fire and the kind janitor's words are what made me realize the importance of civic consciousness. The janitor was not a political leader, a doctor, or a teacher, and yet he made such a profound remark to his love for Gimcheon. I was moved and comforted by the last remarks of the janitor. I wanted to imitate his kindness. So, I decided to act as a positive manager who could show my classmates kindness at school. So, twice a month, I choose a good saying or proverb, draw a pretty picture together, and post on the bulletin board in the classroom. This week's motto is Nelson Mandela's own words. "The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall." I hope my positive message will be a strong influence that makes the soul healthy, not just for myself, but for my friends as well. As I was preparing for this speech, I learned that our lives are closely connected to kindness. So, to make a better life, we must practice the Happy Together Gimcheon movement. Above all, I'll be kind to my classmates and obey the traffic laws myself. I believe my small action will make big differences. Just as the Selma movement was the driving force of Korea right after the Korean War, the Gimcheon Happy Together movement will be a shortcut to a happier city. How about participating in the Happy Together Gimcheon movement from now on? Thanks for listening. Oh, it just hit me. I want to end my speech with this poem by describing my situation. One flower blooms with me. Don't say that the grass won't change into a flower garden simply by one flower. When you and I bloom together, the whole field of grass becomes a field of flowers. Thank you.
Have you ever stepped in a pile of dog poo? I once skidded on a neglected pile of dung, and in my desperate attempt of wiping the muck of my shoes, I got it all over my hands. This isn't necessarily a pleasant recollection, so you may ask, why am I talking about dog poo all of a sudden? I'm sharing my experience with you, because one way to make Gimcheon City a friendlier neighborhood is by keeping our streets clean. The Innovation Dream Valley seems nearly immaculate. It is a well-designed city, dotted with modern, sophisticated buildings. Moreover, our parks are kept clean by many who work behind the scenes to maintain them. Gimcheon is the perfect neighborhood for those who like to go on a walk on a sunny day or ride bikes. However, there is one speck of imperfection that ruins the picture: dog poo. My mother regularly goes on a walk with my baby sister. I recall the day when she came back home, frustrated by the odor of feces she saw along the way. I don't blame her frustration, because it isn't a surprise that mothers with babies are more sensitive to the environment. Babies are full of curiosity. They are at the stage where they are learning about the world and their senses. So yes, we can't rule out the possibility that babies will play with poo or worse, put it in their mouth. In reality, dogs are not to blame. Dogs will be dogs, and they are not going to refrain from defecating on the pavement any soon. Just as mother takes care of her baby, the owners are expected to take care of their pets. My question is, what is stopping this owner from cleaning after their dogs? Of course, I don't mean to generalize people who have dogs, but the small population of irresponsible owners are not doing any favor for the reputation of pet owners in Kimcheon. If you are one of the people who don't clean up after your dogs, hear me out, scoop the poo. Before this presentation, I had the opportunity to walk the talk and clean up neglected dog feces in the park. If I'm being completely honest, it was a very nauseating experience. I'm squeamish with anything unsanitary, and even cleaning up after dogs for a day was enough struggle. The sanitation workers are already doing a fantastic job, and we don't have to give them more work by not cleaning up after our dogs for a day was enough struggle. So, a good neighborhood isn't built in a day. It isn't only sanitation that creates a better neighborhood, but also virtues such as kindness or abiding by the law. It can be frustrating to catch a taxi only to meet a cranky driver or watch motorcycles dangerously whip through parks and walking paths. These are only a couple of examples that many of us can relate it to. Kindness and order are very important virtues that build trust between people and create a society on the basis of mature respect. Now, I would like to make closing statements about the Scoop the Poop campaign. We live in an era where sanitation is more important than ever due to COVID-19. Sanitation and hygiene have great impact on both our physical and emotional health. It is my humble wish that we can someday walk on path without having to worry about stepping on a pile of dung. Just as we wash our hands and keep our masks on, it is a sign of etiquette to clean up after your dogs. Change happens on an individual level. And when we all make intentional efforts to better our neighborhood, we can create a better tomorrow. Remember, cleanliness is after godliness, so scoop the poop. I am Seung-Chan Lee, a dreamer from Dream Valley who envisions a better Kimcheon for everyone. Thank you for your attention.
Occasionally, when I read news articles, there are people who do good worm deeds. There are so many different things a person can do, from small tasks such as donating money while working at a snack shop to acting as medical personnel who rescues passengers in emergency situations on the subway. Some things can take years or even decades. After reading articles like this, I thought that I would like to do good deeds and gain the happiness that people get through sharing. So, when I grow up, I want to volunteer and donate to helping young children in Africa through a nonprofit organization. At the same time, this thought of wanting to volunteer was always being put on the back burner with the thought of, not now, later. It was still time for me to do something for myself, and I thought that helping others should be done when I could afford to help others. One day, on the way home, I was in a very bad mood after ruining my exam, and the security guard said, "Hey, what's wrong? You should smile." Thinking about it now, it wasn't really very much, but it gave me a lot of strength when I had fallen into despair. I began to look back at myself whether I had ever offered a kind greeting to another person, or if I had ever given even a small consideration at all. I felt ashamed to think that I was a stingy person with small things like kind greetings and trivial considerations. Unlike me, my mother is a kind person. When she sees a neighbor in the elevator, she says, "Hello, what floor would you like me to press?" She spoke to the security guard first, and sometimes she even brought a cool drink to him. When I saw my mother, I wondered, why are you talking to him while I feel embarrassed and have nothing to say? It turns out that the neighbor I met in the elevator was a florist near where my mother worked. When my mother had to buy flowers, the neighbor florist would be even kinder by making them cheaper and prettier than for other customers. She would also give my mother some potted plants and plant nutrients. Also, the security guard recognizes me every time when I take out the trash, and he even helps me sort it out. In the end, the kindness that my mother gave came back to help even me. Even if it's not for these small gains, I've found that a little kindness can soften relationships between neighbors and make every day even better. I also decided to follow my mother and start with her simplest greeting. I started by greeting people I met at convenience stores, markets, and laundries that we often go to. I even started to shout "thank you" out loud when leaving. After we got to know each other somewhat, we shared our daily lives by saying, "Oh, school ends at 11 o'clock today." At that time, I unexpectedly received small gifts of cookies, chocolates, and candies. After that, when I met any of those people on the street, they greeted me warmly first. Of course, I didn't say hello in hopes of getting a big reward. Not only did I receive positive energy from greetings, but I also felt happier when I received an answer and I was able to share a little joy with others. Kindness that can make me and my neighbor happy right now doesn't require a lot of money, time, or energy. Kindness is not something grand. Just saying hello with a bright face can bring a positive attitude to the person being greeted and give them a little bit of happiness. I wonder if our society will be brighter if everyone knows and practices this small kindness that can make everyone feel happy. Try it. Offer a smile with a simple greeting or a short conversation today. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Lee Ha-min from Yeogong Middle School. I'm very glad to take this opportunity to speak. Recently, due to global pandemic from COVID-19, mature civic awareness is required more than ever. Media outlets in France, Italy, and other countries praised Korea's response to COVID-19, drawing attention to Korea's civic awareness. But why is civic awareness important? Today, I'd like to talk about 3 reasons why civic awareness is important for our lives before and during COVID-19. The first is general trust. In other countries, it is common to leave things in restaurants, go to the bathroom, and your items get stolen. On the other hand, in Korea, most of the time, even if you leave your item somewhere, it's still there. If mature civic awareness did not exist, there would be many lost items and thefts, which not only make citizens uncomfortable, but also sometimes pose a threat to our safety. In my case, I often go out for a walk late at night, and I don't feel afraid to walk alone without a group of friends because I already know there is no one to hurt me. This makes me feel that Kimcheon citizens have great mature civic awareness towards each other. Secondly, for keeping public facilities clean. Imagine a park in our city. One person throws around trash and defiles the place. Because of his or her actions, people can't enjoy the park comfortably. In order to prevent such situations in which individual actions harm the majority, an orderly and caring sense of citizenship is needed. In the case of Kimcheon, you can comfortably use very clean facilities like our streets with no trash or our well-organized lawns. Of course, I can feel the kindness of citizens too, and I appreciate those points of Kimcheon very much. Lastly, we can maintain social safety in a crisis only when we have mature civic awareness. As you know, we're in a global pandemic era where many people around the world are suffering. If you go back to last year, no one would have imagined this would happen. But our country has responded relatively well as can be seen in the low number of confirmed cases. Also, people wearing masks and social distancing played a part. How was this possible? I think this is due to our mature civic awareness by following government guidelines. In times of social crisis, mature citizenship is at the heart of maintaining safety. For these three reasons, civic awareness is very important. It is necessary not only to care for others, but also to care for myself as well. Having a mature sense of citizenship is easier than you think. It's all about being considerate of others, keeping order, and maintaining cleanliness. I hope citizens of Kimcheon will continue to have mature sense of citizenship and get through COVID-19 together. Thank you for your attention.
Hello, I'm the world's best student, Hyun Young-jeon. This is how we introduce ourselves at school. So, what makes me the best in the world? I attend Lincoln Middle and High School, the world's best boarding school located in Daedeok. It was very difficult for me to adjust. At school, I had to do a lot of things that I wasn't good at doing at home, such as cleaning out the trash, doing laundry, washing dishes, and so on. Not only that, but after cleaning, if I didn't pass inspection, I had to do it again. I only have negative thoughts about school. So I asked the teacher, why do we have to do these things? It's really annoying. The teacher said, these little things are going to make you the best student in the world. I didn't understand. I just thought it was hard work. Then one day, we went on a school trip to Jeju Island. The school's lessons had been ingrained in our bodies during our time there, so we acted as we learned at school. The dishes and seats were arranged in the restaurant, and the place we stayed was always clean. We were punctual when you boarded the bus, and you also brought snacks for the other students. Of course, we got the trash as well. Do you know what the people around us said when they saw us do those things? Oh my, who are you? How are there students like you in the world these days? You're different from other kids these days. Seeing you guys makes us feel that the future of Korea is so bright. There were people who complimented us wherever we went. I was puzzled. I used to think that everything had just been a nuisance, but these annoying things brought joy to others. Then I remembered the teacher's words. Truly great people were not people with great brains, people with money, or people with good personalities. It was the little things that make a man great, but I had a hard time putting my lessons into action. Now, those things have become a natural part of my daily life. Through this process, I was able to learn the mindset to do anything I didn't like and the happiness that comes from doing hard work. I want to share with you the changes and happiness that I learned and felt. Have you ever seen garbage dumped on the streets? Was there garbage dumped on every street? If not, on which street was the garbage dumped? People don't throw their garbage on clean roads, but rather on roads that have already been dumped on. Since garbage has already been dumped there, it becomes easier to dispose of other garbage there as people think, it's okay if I throw garbage out here too. How can you solve this problem? The answer is to do small but annoying things together. The use of recycled materials has skyrocketed due to COVID-19, but only 48% of these many recyclables are recycled. Aren't you shocked? So, what's the solution to this problem? The answer is to remove any stickers or labels from your recyclables and throw them away. Very trivial, right? Kimcheon's slogan is kindness, order, and cleanliness in the movement called Happy Together. Change is something we make together. If we change, then change in Kimcheon will begin. Next, changes in Korea will begin. Small and unknowing things will combine to create a great miracle to make Korea world's best country. And I hope that the first step in practicing trivial and unknowing things will be where I am now. Kimcheon, thank you.
Hello, I'm Siyeon Jung, who is participating in the Gimcheon English Speech Contest. The Happy Together Gimcheon movement is organized to encourage our citizens to treat each other kindly, live in an orderly manner, and maintain cleanliness, making Gimcheon a happy city to live in. But a lot of people are wondering if this movement is going well. As a person who has experienced all the kindness, order, and cleanliness of Gimcheon citizens, I will tell you how this movement is being carried out based on my experiences. First of all, let me tell you about a friendly experience I had. The kindness I experienced was near my home. That place was in the elevator. Although I rode the elevator for a short time, I met a kind acquaintance there. A few months ago, I met a lady who held the elevator for me when she saw me rushing from afar. I felt a small action with big compassion from her. Actually, she has always spoken to the residents in the elevator first, greeting them kindly. Seeing such a lady made me feel better too. I'm trying to follow her kindness and show that kindness to other residents. Second, there is a poppy flower garden across Gimcheon-gumi Station. A banner is hung in this flower garden with rules on how to prevent the spread of COVID-19. Those who saw it followed the rules and looked around the flower garden in an orderly manner. When I saw others social distancing, that was really impressive to me. That made me want to follow and keep order as well. I hope we can maintain this desirable appearance in the future. Lastly, I want to talk about the clean streets of Gimcheon. Garbage bags are installed everywhere along the streets. People don't throw trash just anywhere because we have these garbage bags. I don't have to carry garbage or throw it away on the floor. Therefore, we all make clean streets for our city together. If the streets are clean, it will make a better impression for visitors of Gimcheon. They will also regard Gimcheon as a clean city. Therefore, if this lifestyle is maintained in the future, Gimcheon will continue to be better each year. Like my experiences, our small action can make Gimcheon a more mature and healthy city. I think the Happy Together Gimcheon movement makes our lives more prosperous and creates bonds among citizens. Also, I think this movement can serve as an opportunity for Gimcheon citizens to create a proper sense of citizenship. So, I want to make Gimcheon the best city to live in by promoting this movement. Why don't you show your kindness, order, and cleanliness for the development of our hometown, Gimcheon? That's it. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Hello, my name is Chaewon. I'm so honored to be here with you. My topic for today's talk is Happy Together Gimcheon movement. When you think of Gimcheon, what comes to mind first? I think of clean air, kind-hearted people, and its representative agricultural products, plums and grapes. As you can see, I was able to grow up this well thanks to the clean environment of Gimcheon. I think we should make Gimcheon a better place to live with gratitude for the environment of Gimcheon. So, I decided to challenge the Happy Together Gimcheon movement, and I have thought the ways to make a happy Gimcheon. Then, how should we do the Happy Together Gimcheon movement? First, let's greet everyone with a smile. We are supposed to greet ladies next door, teachers, and friends. But why don't we make an eye contact and say hello with a smile? Then, greeting will be kind, not mandatory. If we practice this kindness, Kimcheon will be a city that we approach first and greet our neighbors. Second, let's clean up the cultural assets. There are many unknown cultural assets in Kimcheon. They are getting damaged outside of our interest. To prevent further damage to cultural assets, we should join an organization that preserves cultural assets and clean them. By cleaning the cultural assets, we will know the history of Kimcheon, and the cultural assets will be clean. Then, Kimcheon will be a city that cleans and serves cultural assets. Third, let's follow the rules to prevent COVID-19. We are living a frustrating life such as not being able to go to school due to COVID-19. To overcome COVID-19, we have to keep these 4 things: wearing a mask well, not going to crowded places, washing hands often, and social distancing. Even if COVID-19 comes as a big difficulty in our lives, when the efforts and cooperation of Kimcheon citizens are gathered, we can overcome COVID-19. Then, Kimcheon will be a city with a sense of order. In order to make a city we hope, we have to act first. When the efforts to become a kind citizen who greets our neighbors, a citizen who cleans cultural assets, and an orderly citizen who follows the rules to prevent COVID-19 make Kimcheon happy. Let's all start with small things and join the Happy Together Kimcheon movement. After I participated in Happy Together Kimcheon movement, I learned how to contain kindness, make order, and practice cleanness. I realized once again that I was able to grow healthy and well by eating the agricultural products and playing in a clean environment of Kimcheon. I love my hometown so much, and I hope that the cultural assets and kind people will always stay in Kimcheon like now. I will become an eager citizen who can make tomorrow of Kimcheon happier. Thank you.